Parish Office. Deputies name a suspect in last night's fatal shooting in Lacombe, and we're also told that person is still on the run. Take a look at your screen. 25-year-old Mario Haynes, he's wanted for 1 count of second-degree murder. Last night, police say they were called to a Lacombe gas station after reports of gunfire. When they arrived, they say they found the victim shot in the chest. The victim, identified as Juwarren Martin. He is 23 years old. He was taken to a hospital where he died. Investigators say the two men knew each other. They say the incident was not random. Anyone with details on this or the whereabouts of Mario Haynes urged to contact the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office.